gonna use a wall ball and a dumbbell, so let's get started. Get your clock, timer, whatever you're gonna use for this. We're gonna start off with, excuse me, a single arm rotation with our right arm. So I'm gonna use my wall ball here. You can also use a bench or box. Go ahead and start your clock. It's gonna be kind of like a thread the needle while my left arm is elevated, my hips are on top of my knees. My right arm is gonna twist, rotate to the sky as much as I can. Then I'm gonna rotate through, bring my shoulders to the floor, hold, and then come back up. So we're doing this for 1 minute. So we're looking to open up that front of the shoulder as much as I can as I twist and rotate through. My left arm is stabilizing as much as I can on that medicine ball or wall ball. If this is too challenging, you can always take the arm off and do a thread the needle. Same thing, just that range of motion is gonna be a little bit decreased with the palm on the ground, where this is gonna elevate it. You're gonna get a stretch on that right shoulder as well as that left arm as well. So rotating nice and slow. My thoracic mobility definitely needs work, especially when I do shoulder to overhead work, strict press, push jerk, even overhead squats. Go, we have 1 minute. Now we're gonna switch. So you can either move the medicine ball or move your body. Same thing, twisting, rotating to the sky. Then you're gonna come through, and notice that I bring my palm through, head to the floor, and then I come back up. So you can hang out at the top for a couple seconds, hang out at the bottom for a couple seconds, but we're looking to get range of motion through your thoracic spine, which is your mid and upper back. If you sit a lot or drive a lot, then this will be great for opening up your shoulders and back, especially if you're in that rounded forward position. This will help open you up. Runaway mid ball. All right, 20 more seconds here. So nice and easy. Notice that I kind of rotate a little bit with the wall ball or medicine ball. That's okay. I'm just using a 14-pound Rogue medicine ball. You can get those in the link below. Rogue Fitness has amazing equipment. I've used their equipment for years now, and it's perfect for a stability object like for today. If you don't have a medicine ball or wall ball, you can just get one or use a bench or box. Now, we're gonna go to the next stretch. We're gonna place both hands on top of this medicine ball. Think of creating like a triangle with your hands, and you're gonna push your head through your arms, trying to sink your armpits to the floor while I breathe into my nose and exhale out through my nose. So the intention is to think of that puppy dog stretch I've demonstrated, but now we're just increasing that range of motion. So we're gonna sit in this position. Instead of it being dynamic, today is gonna be a static position. So I'm pushing my chest through, opening up my overhead position. So if you do a lot of weightlifting or pressing overhead with a barbell dumbbells, this is a great stretch to incorporate. I love it as it opens up my upper body, also opens up my pecs. Good, a couple more seconds. Slowly come on out. Good, now we're gonna come back, no medicine ball. We're gonna get into that tabletop position. Similar to the thread the needle, we're gonna bring our fingertips to our ear or behind our neck. We're gonna rotate elbow to the sky as much as I can. Then I'm gonna bring my elbow to my opposite knee or through my knee. Hold, and then come back up. So now we're trying to ask for more range of motion for our body. We're doing this for a minute. We have about 35 seconds left. If at any point this is too much, then you can just come down to the floor or come down to your hand on the opposite arm. But I'm looking to rotate up and through as I do this. So nice and slow, nice and easy. I recommend doing this before you lift or before you work out, whether you do CrossFit, whether you weightlift, whether you go to the gym, whether you're at home with no equipment. Highly recommend these stretches to open up your back and chest, especially if you sit a lot or drive a lot. Good, let's switch. Next minute, fingertips by the ear or back of the neck, twist, rotate, and then come through. Notice I'm trying to bring it to the outside of my knee on the opposite side. My left side's a little tighter today. I can get through, but I'm having a hard time rotate, twist up. So these stretches and exercises make me think of the 2014 CrossFit Games. The CrossFit Games are going on right now, and it made me think of that year I had a broken first rib. So the first rib is right up here. I had a broken first rib, and going into the games, it was hard to do a lot of training for my upper body, so no strict handstand push-ups, no handstand walking, no jerks. Snatches, I could try to do lightweight, but it limited my training a lot. So these exercises kind of remind me of that time frame, as that year there was a max overhead squat and I was not training it, so it was very difficult lift for me, but it always reminds me of that time frame to persevere. Cool, so now we're gonna go next stretch exercise. If you have a dumbbell or kettlebell, we're gonna use that. Now we're gonna use the medicine ball to go in our middle back. You're gonna start with your hips up. You're gonna grab that dumbbell or kettlebell. You can push it out or just your shoulder blades are on top of this medicine ball. From here, you can drop the hips slightly, relax the head, and we're gonna hold. Now, we started a little late, so we're gonna go 30 seconds to 5:30 to 6:30. But if this is too much, dropping the hips, then you can lift the hips and create a bridge. You can also go with a lighter load. Notice this dumbbell's heavier as it's resting on the floor. But I want to think of dropping my hips, dropping my head, as it allows me to open up my rib cage, my mid-back, even my triceps and shoulders. Now, again, if this is too much, you could use a slam ball. You could also change this up and do it on a bench or box where you hold the dumbbell. I recommend starting light and just to relax the body as much as you can and either sink the hips down or sink the dumbbell or kettlebell down. Letting the dumbbell or kettlebell pull the arms down will allow you to open this up. The straighter the arms, the more of a stretch. The more of a bent arm, the more of a stretch. Good, less of a stretch, excuse me. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and we're still gonna come on up. Good. So for the last 2 stretches, we are going to do a a single arm T-stretch. So I'm gonna lay on the floor at kind of a 45-degree angle. I'm gonna have my left arm in line with my shoulder, so hopefully you guys can see. I'm gonna press off with my right arm, twist and rotate, then to come back to center. So we're doing this dynamically for 1 minute. I'm gonna press rotate, hold, back to center. The intention of this stretch is to open up the front of the shoulder, so your delts, your pec major, pec minor, depending on how tight you are, you might even feel it go down your bicep, radial brachialis, some other muscles in your arm. Now, I like to bring my right leg back as I do this stretch, as it gives me a little bit of rotation here. 5 more seconds. You can go as fast as you want or slow as you want. You can even hold this for a minute. Good, let's come back to center and let's switch sides. I'll pivot so you guys can see. Again, same thing, wrist in line with the shoulder, palm facing down, twist and rotate. So I'm looking to go nice and slow. If you're really tight in your quads, you might feel a quad, kind of like a feeling of a sensation of foam rolling your quad as you roll back and forth. That's an additional benefit if you're looking for it. But I want palm facing down and the wrist in line with the shoulder. That's gonna allow you to get that stretch in the front of the shoulder and the pec muscle. So if you're benching, if you're doing a lot of upper body work, gymnastics, weightlifting, CrossFit, this is a great stretch to help you open up. If you sit a lot and you feel like your shoulders are starting to round forward and you're looking to get into movement, incorporate these exercises as part of like your daily routine or every other day, that's gonna allow you to help get into a movement pattern. Good, and let's come back to center. That will wrap up today's mobility session. If you guys have any questions in regards to any of the stretches, please feel free to put a comment below. If you're looking for specific stretches, hit me up and let me know as well. If you're looking for more, I have my app link down below that will give you $1 for the first 3 days. If you're looking for more workouts, more stretches, more lifting, more accessory work, more warm-ups, that will you all have access to that in my app. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys tomorrow for our mobility session.